he's like, oh, like, what are you up to? Like, I was like, look, we can talk about this tomorrow. I'm hosting a show.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Dude looks up the lab. Comes through while I'm hosting the mic.
Scary. Giving people meth instead of, I think it was supposed to be ketamine. And it was methamphetamine. So they were expecting this disassociative thing, and then they were just like manic and like so hyperstimulated and like, oh my God.
Like, why do I really want to listen to trance?
I know. And I told him, I was like, did you have sex? And he was like, no. I was like, you missed your opportunity because that's supposed to be the big thing. Although apparently it then ruins normal sex. Meth sex is apparently just like, it's stupid. Like, sex? It feels so good.
Oh my God. Like ecstasy sex. Ecstasy sex I could see being great.
No,
meth
it's
sex,
like no. And people will say, people will do a bunch of meth and then just fuck for like days.
I mean, I guess you're up.
You're up and you're like ready to go, but apparently it'll like ruin regular sex for you. Like it'll never be the same.
Well, see, that's what I've heard. That's what I said. Like I was like, I've heard that about fucking weed sex.
Well, it's gotta be like
weed sex.
Or not weed sex, fucking.
I was like, I mean, yeah, sex is cool on weed, but I wouldn't say it ruins normal sex.
Yeah, no, fucking.
Normal sex.
Like Molly sex, like.
I've heard. Well, Molly, you'll just be drink all the water. Drink all the water.
I mean, like, yo, like,
die, fucking die.
Because like, I don't know, Molly hookup is definitely nuts.
You know, this is gonna make me less intelligent. It'll probably but you put it in my hand, and now I want to. I'll do a little bit.
Sweet.
I promise I won't ruin podcast. Not deliberately. Or maybe deliberately, I don't know. I want to start, when I host things, I don't know what the science is behind it. I don't know what magic school I have to go to, but I want to disappear in a puff of smoke. Because I just feel like that's the thing to do. I think it's feasible. I think that I just need a think tank on it, and then one puff of a joint. And this is what's I'm already... If I ever did coke, I would be the person who's like, we're starting a business and we're starting it now. Like, and it would be weird. It would be something like very culty and strange.
I mean, I've definitely been a part of a bunch of those meetings.
I'm gonna say cults. I've been a part of a lot of cults. Coke fueled. Oh my God.
Oh, that story? What happened to us?
Wait, which one?
The one that happened recently.
Oh, like at the club?
Yeah, like
with the show. Oh my God! All right, yeah. I'll see if I can do this without being fucking
going to jail.
Well, not even going to jail. Just like calling anybody out by name.
So don't call me by your name. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
This is not a gay story.
All right, so yeah, so like fucking there was like because. You know, comedy it's an interesting mix of like people who do weed, like smoke a ton of weed, and people who do too much coke. Like,
yeah, not as many drinkers as I thought there would be. Maybe that's more of like New York comics, but I thought I was expecting everyone to be.
Yeah, Toronto's got like a lot of retired drinkers. In the comedy scene.
I'm a retired lesbian, but that's a different story.
Different thing. But like, you remember how I was gonna have that weed show at that one venue? That, like we were gonna be able to smoke inside and like all that stuff, right?
Pimped out.
Yeah, it was so like apparently, yeah, pass this back. So there was like another outfit, like another group that was like supposed to be able to get that show, right? And
like the same time slot, you mean?
So yeah, like the owner had talked to us both.
Rude.
Right? And like I thought I had to go ahead, so I just went ahead, made everything, mocked everything, started putting it up on Eventbrite. Yeah. Like I didn't start marketing. I just like started. I made a couple posters.
You breathed life into the production.
Yeah, and like I put my copy up on Eventbrite to make sure that it like passed their whatever censors. And then this other outfit sees it. Right, I didn't know that like they had won out over me. Like, I hadn't heard anything from the owners, and like I was waiting for him to give approval on what I had put out, like what I had written. And I was like, "Yo, this is here. Like, take a look at it. Let me know what you think." Fucking this dude who like runs the other outfits, like, "Yo, you're trying to steal our show. You copied our poster. You copied our copy. You copied like the whole idea." And I was like, "Whoa." All right, hold on. I was like, he told me to use the name. The poster is just like what I came up with. Yeah. Like, he told me to, like, the guy like told me to use that name. Like, I just made a couple of posters, and I was like, there's only really so many ways you can.
The venue owner was feeling very chaotic. That
he really was. He really was. And like those, so then he's like, I'm like, oh, you also like, there's only one way you can really write about this, you know, like, and hope that it gets passed. And so, just. And so, like, hope it gets past, like, the Eventbrite things, right? And we go, like, hey, we're going back and forth texting. And, like, he, even through texting, has massive coke energy. I'm just like, yo, you need to calm down.
Text walls.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like, it's, like, text walls, mad aggressive language, like, and I was like, this reminds, like, you're coming after me like I'm on your block. Like, yo, calm down, man. Like, you need
to go from a 10 to a 5 real quick.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, like, this show's still, like, 3 weeks out at this point. I'm like, look, I'm not even marketing it. I haven't put it up on anything.
No one knows about this.
Yeah. Like, and so he eventually decides that, like, he's like, oh, like, what are you up to? Like, I was like, look, we can talk about this tomorrow. I'm hosting a show.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Dude looks up the lab, comes through while I'm hosting the mic.
Scary.
Right? And, like, fucking comes up to me with mad, like I said, cocaine energy, just like, yo. Like, he just looks at me and he's like, yo, like, you get my messages? And I'm like, what? And he's like, you get my messages? And I'm like, oh. And, like, because the account they were messaging from isn't a person's account.
It's like a show account?
Yeah, it's a show account. And so I'm like, I don't even, like, at this point, I didn't even know who they were as people.
Oh, my God.
And, like, I wasn't putting on any thought in looking at it because, like, I was busy.
Good Lord.
Like, so they show up. Pull me into the hallway. Well, I've got a guy on stage.
Were you on stage? Or
No, I got a guy on stage. But,
like, they didn't come up and remove you.
Yeah, right? Like, and then there was, like, so they have me, they step out of the room, right? And they're like, all right, let's go outside and handle this. Let's go outside and handle this. And I'm like, what?
No, wait, they tried to fight you?
Yeah, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm standing there surrounded by all the dudes that come to my mic every week.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, and they're varying sizes and shapes.
Yeah, like, so I'm like, you want to do this here now, like in front of all these people? Like, no.
He walked into your turf, and he with nobody, and was like, we're fighting.
Oh no, there were two of them. But
you know.
Oh my God! So I was just like, yo, y'all need to calm down. Like, I'm not dealing with this show of power. Like, y'all can go somewhere else.
Jeez.
Like, we can talk tomorrow. And like, I give them a window to talk. They like hit me up like right outside the window the next day, and then we end up like finally talking and squashing it. But I'm like, yo, it was not necessary to come at me that hard for like something that was obviously just a miscommunication.
Just a dramatic overreaction.
I'm just like, yo, it's not like I'm like, it's not like there was slander involved. Like,
what? No. What? Most comedy boys are comedy men. Sorry, comedy men. I think of them as comedy boys. Like, I don't know. But like, they try to be tough and all this stuff, but not very far deep. They're like delicate flowers, and that's why I love them. People are like, you like the community and comedy, and I was like, yeah, they're sweet.
I mean, a fair portion of it is. There's a portion that's like dead in that portion of themselves.
They're giving the kind of energy that like they would walk people from their show and then do the show just for each other anyway. like the whole audience. I don't know. It's just very aggressive.
Yeah. I'm just like,
so what happened?
Did they hit you up? Like we talked. It's their show. Like, I let it go because I'm like, obviously you were given like the final say. Like, I was just waiting. Like, I was told to like do this until I heard otherwise.
That's
I'm
totally
like,
bizarre.
Yeah.
It's good they didn't rip you off stage. They weren't like, poof, Danton Lamar.
Oh, that would have caused way more.
They were like, my favorite kind of sex. And they're like, we're going outside. Yeah. Oh, my God. Because that's how you deliver your material.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
My favorite kind of sex. That's not. Can you imagine? One night on my birthday, you have to deliver your material.
Like a hillbilly on helium?
Like a hillbilly. Yeah. Someone who listens to Uncle Cracker. Do you guys remember Uncle fucking Cracker?
Oh, I do.
Could we ever forget?
Like, why? I never understood.
I think he had like a sex appeal with a certain type of woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. You know,
that's
just some like soft boy energy right there. I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, it was. I never understood his appeal in any regard.
I mean, listen, if I don't fuck men, I definitely don't fuck Cracker, Mr. Cracker.
Right? It is like, yo, just going by Cracker. Like,
oh my God. This is so unrelated, but I tell you about the time I got very inebriated in a gay bar and started going, like, introducing myself all night by going, enchanté to everybody and all these, like, drag queens. And they're like, okay, hello. Why are you such a bad tipper? I have an arts degree. People are like, what's it like doing comedy full time? And I'm like, I have nothing. I live in a box. Oh my goodness.
What are your goals to pay rent this month?
You know, food's cool.
Yeah,
I've heard it helps.
It does, apparently.
It's too much.
Oh, God. No, like, yeah, the comedy life. Woo. Living the dream.
It's something else.
Yeah.
Did you see that the subway exploded yesterday?
Oh, right at Young, right?
Yeah. It blew up. It fucking blew up. And I know, I was not.
I mean, I didn't know it blew up, but I knew there was a fire.
There was an explosion that caused a fire, and someone got a photo of the explosion, and it's in the tunnel, but in view shot. All right, we need to. What's Joe Rogan's? Who's Joe Rogan's tech guy?
Yeah. This is why. Yeah, this is why we need the TV up top.
It's something, and there you just see someone filmed in this huge explosion, and it caused a fire. And I was on the subway, not near that part, but they were announcing it to everyone because they don't know where you're going. And there was like this long fire investigation, and they were bypassing a bunch of stations. And I don't know. I'm like, is this terrorism or is this just whatever kind of like spooky witchcraft has been happening with the TTC? It's haunted. I think the TTC is haunted.
I mean, I believe that.
It's old enough.
I totally believe it's haunted.
You know,
I'm
just thinking about it. Also, Union Station. I think they just rearranged the hallways and corridors. Like, I think it's just like a totally different layout now. I don't know.
I mean, it seems simpler now.
I almost quoted a Hogwarts thing, and then I remembered that I don't fuck with Hogwarts no more.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
so, like, that's
just
like
the explosion. Yeah. Anyway, it fucking blew up. In like one of the busiest stations in Toronto.
Yeah, like that's like the main intersecting
I don't know. I didn't look at the news today. I don't know if they've reported anything on it. Like I don't know if they know what happened there. The TTC, I almost said the pilot, the train pilot, the man flying the train. He sounded so tired. Oh my God, he's like, "Hey, just reminding you that we're still continuing to bypass, blow around both." He just sounded like he was gonna retire. He's like, "Fuck the 401k. I need to get out of this."
Yeah, like this is not worth it.
I'm moving to Scarborough. No, I know.
Bombing trains now. I feel like, I mean, not like I watched the news, but I feel like I would have heard if it got bombed, right? Like I
don't think it was a.
I feel like somebody would have told me.
I think if there was a bombing, the city would have been a lot more excitable today.
Right? Yeah, like I definitely would have seen more cops at Union.
You know, and certainly no one would be using the subways. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
if a terrorist attack happens, the shoe's dropped.
This is what it is. They play their cards pretty quick.
Yeah, that's kind of the way.
That's the way because they want you to know.
Well, I mean, yeah, bang bang, but like.
Anyway, so someone, I'm like, it's Toronto. Someone was like on a bunch of cocaine, and they blew themselves up in the subway. I don't know.
Right? Like nobody knows.
Toronto's a city where people feel like they need to dance around on the tracks.
They do it all the time.
Anyway,
it's I saw somebody take a dive onto the tracks, which was fucked.
Like a.
They're just like, all right, yep, fuck it, and like just jumped in front of line 2, and I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, I definitely did. I did just see that. Fuck. Like,
luckily,
like that shit was brutal. It's like you just hear the train just come to a screeching halt,
and
like everybody, like, cause the whole train like doesn't come out at first, and like the people on it are just like kind of trapped, and it's line 2, so it's not like they can really like easily walk between cars. And so, and like they eventually do get everybody off, and like they close the whole fucking station. Nobody's allowed to go by it. And it was fucking St. George, so it was another fucking converging point.
My God.
And it's just like it shut it down for both directions.
And that's a tiny station too.
It is a tiny station.
Shit, bud. Oh fuck no.
Yeah, and then like
that's sad. Yeah.
Like, I was fucked. I was like,
would it have been worse if the train kept going?
If it hit him, yeah, I think it probably would have been
You
worse.
gotta live with that.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine
you
being.
mean, like,
well, because it
driver?
does happen. Yeah, I can't imagine being the driver.
Everybody's gotta live with it.
Well, you'd be right fucked up. Yeah. You would go on.
Go get a coffee or whatever,
Yeah, and just like live my life.
oh, like if he
Like, since he didn't get run over.
Oh, no, he did.
Oh, I thought you said it.
I misunderstood
Yeah,
as well.
it took him out. Like, I was trying to be more delicate about it. Yeah, he got fucking wrecked. Like the train just came to a screeching halt because like
was he okay? Like relatively okay? Obviously he's not okay. Okay, no, this is getting too dark.
There's
guys.
there's no relatively okay. I was trying to be less dark
and then
about
we pulled it out of you. All right.
I was like, there's no way like that he would
we'll
survive
do it live.
that.
Anyway,
Yeah,
it's
no.
so dark. Oh my god.
Yeah, like it doesn't
that's
stop
reasonable.
that fast. Like
No. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, they couldn't stop that fast?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The subway's wild. This is so different. But one time, this random guy in the subways, whatever, said "fag" with a hard odd, and I had to hold my partner physically back. I was like, I was worried they were gonna push. Like, I was just like, oh, it's unrelated.
I mean, there's a lot of riffraff on the subway.
It's a hop in place.
I mean, yeah. I feel like as far as people taking dives, all we need are walls.
And other places have figured that one out.
Well, because like everywhere, like Korea, like all of their stations have walls.
Right.
I mean, they're really high with suicide
they want
rate.
to
So they're just like, you know what, we're gonna stop making this an option. I mean, because like it's like, at what point does it like? Are there too many people holding up the tracks for it to be like an issue for everybody? You know,
well,
it's like you know, it sucks for the train driver, but they get a whole year off. Like
they do.
Like now my day's fucked. Like I can't get to where I'm going because the city's too irresponsible to put up fucking walls at the subway station, so people can't nosedive into the tracks. Like
yeah.
Be able to do an equation of like however many people kill themselves, at what age, and how many.
They're crunching the numbers. Oh my god.
I mean, there has to be an adjuster doing it, right? There's somebody.
Evil's winning.
That they were able to calculate how many people would die from like the
Great.
Oh, like the actuarial fucking accounting of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy the things we figured out how to calculate and still.
It's very like
right.
As a species, we give off serial killer energy. We're very methodical.
Yeah.
I'm not. I would never.
Oh god. Yeah, like it's. I don't know. It's nuts because like it's just like. I don't know, but this city seems to take forever to do anything useful.
All right, let's do it. Grip and rip it, bud. I'm just throwing back these bubblies. These
bubbly sponsor
undisclosed fizzy beverage. Yeah. One time I was at a grocery store and they couldn't legally call it milk, and it was, what was it? Oh yeah, chocolate dairy beverage. And I was like, what the fuck did you do to this milk that you're not legally allowed to call it milk?
Dairy, but you still call it dairy beverage? Like I thought oh god. I mean, what were you calling it? Fucking you were drinking pea milk or something like that?
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville and this is pea milk. Oh my god. Welcome to Jackass.
I was gonna say, like, the fucking name pea milk. Like, but it's not like calling it pea juice would be any better.
I don't know what's worse though. I don't know what's worse.
Well, there was like the massive fucking thing in the States, whether or not anything else that wasn't dairy based could be called milk, or like it didn't come from an animal could be called milk.
Right.
Because the milk industry was like, fuck you guys, right? You're coming in here acting like you're all milk, and it's like, well, what is milk except for water with some shit in it? Like, but that's exactly what it is. Like,
I'm definitely next time I drink milk, I'm gonna look
it's
at it.
It's all sorts of different shit, but it's shit in it. Like that's all it is.
Like if you've milked a cow too, like I've milked a fair few cows, and you're like, this is weird that we're doing this to you right now, and we're the only species that has this weird thing for milk.
Yeah,
like that was the first addiction.
It's like after this is like after like childhood, you know, it's like we keep going for it.
We just keep at it with that milk though.
Yeah.
Anyway, got milk, we do.
I mean, it gave us a lot, you know, cheese, the butter. The yogurt.
The pastries.
The pastries.
All of our favorite things, really.
I mean, yeah, because the butter.
Okay, no, sugar. Sugar was the first addiction. Or, I don't know.
Oh, no, alcohol.
Being able
alcohol
to walk.
was before sugar making it really around the world.
That makes sense. Because we were like, this is fermented.
Because like fermenting was definitely easier to do.
Right.
Because like sugar cane came from like the Caribbean, South America.
Right.
But like honey was everywhere. Mead and shit like that came from honey.
Things that were easy to identify.
But like beer could be made without sugar. Like you just need sugar in the wheat to basically.
I want some authentic, like prehistoric beer.
Yeah,
I want to try it.
They found like old Egyptian recipes.
Would you be okay though? Like, can we still like? I feel like it would be a test to the stomach.
Oh, no, like if we found some from back then to drink it, it's just like we found a keg. That's
how it operated. Okay, beer culture also started very early. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness, we've been engineers forever. Oh my god.
I mean, the thing is like to think back, like because they were making beer back in Egypt, and like how clean shit needs to be.
So clean
to make beer.
Clean.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, properly.
Everything. Well, no, because like the yeast won't react right, like if it's not clean. Yeast. And so like, and they were trapping the yeast just from the air and shit. Like they were really inventive.
I can't believe yeast.
Well, that's
is
how
alive.
we found yeast in the first place. Yeast is just in the air,
But
and then we've started.
Do we know that for sure?
I've never heard the word
like somebody
yeast
else brought
so
in
many
yeast?
times.
Oh no, they figured it out from a yeast infection. What do you think they did? Like,
oh yeah, what did we figure out first? When did we figure out that was the same thing? These are the hard hitting questions.
These are the questions. You know?
I'm getting to what matters. People, Neanderthal beer,
which was
also known
was
as
first?
Bud Light. Oh my
god.
Video on Instagram. You know the whole Don't Move Anything and how there's like all this controversy about it?
Of course.
Wait, what? No.
So this Bud Light hired like a trans person.
Oh, there's a trans woman on my beer. Who cares?
A bunch of people got mad about it.
Sure.
And there's this video of this guy in a store just throwing cans of Busch Light.
Oh, the Bush dude.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
God. I mean, it's the same company, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah. They're just doing what banks do, and they want the homophobic and the gay money.
But see, the thing is like at least
they're going for both.
At least they're getting in early. They're like, all right, everybody calls us out for starting in June.
Yeah. No,
We're gonna start mid-April, so they can't say anything, and then we're still gonna cut it June 31st.
Mid-April to the gays is almost June.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying.
April
it's like,
1st.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I know they're ramping it up. Well, and right now people are planning Pride events, so they're like thinking about who they're gonna get sponsorship from and who they're gonna like have as suppliers. So like it all makes sense.
Time. Yeah, no, it's definitely a play. But it's just like, yo, I don't know. Like the whole video with Kid Rock shooting up the cans. I'm like, so you bought them.
Or you think he went to vending machines and shoved his arm up them?
Just like,
yeah, I think that's obviously what he did. I think. Yeah. Oh my God. Ridiculous. All right, this episode.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought, but it was like, okay, because at least like there's some bullshit politician from some red state in I don't know his name, I don't give a fuck.
Buddy boy,
but like,
yeah,
some white douche that like fucking got out, like he was like, oh. Fuck Bud Light and all that they're doing. Like I'm gonna throw away all my Anheuser-Busch beer. Like I'm throwing away all my Bud Lights. And like he goes and like opens his like deck fridge and there's like no Bud Lights and he's like, oh, I guess that was easy. It's just like, but like it was still stocked with like all Anheuser-Busch things. So it's just like you didn't do your research.
So dumb.
Hey.
That's the thing. If you're gonna be an asshole, you have to be smart at least.
I mean,
I have learned that stupidity irritates me more than homophobia. I just like if you're a fucking dumbass too, like you're not even making sense. That is so much more annoying. And then you're homophobic. At least smart people, it's an opinion. It's the wrong opinion, but it's an opinion. That's terrible. Don't. Oh my God. Don't put that on the internet. I am not. People will be like, these comedy boys will be like, is this joke offensive? And I'm like, don't ask me. I'm not terrible, but I'm a little bit terrible.
I mean, I was gonna say, general point of fact, like if you think the joke is bad, like if you have to ask somebody in the specific group whether or not it is offensive, probably is. You know, if that gut feeling is being like, ooh, I probably shouldn't say this.
Does it make you feel gross inside? Then it's probably gross inside. I don't know. The degradation.
Like,
of
if
your
you
soul.
wouldn't want to explain it to, your mom, then like I don't know.
I don't know. There's some wild moms out there.
Granted, there are definitely some wild moms out there.
Oh my God.
But I was just like, I also don't think I would really want to explain half my jokes to my mom either. So like, it's not
I know.
But it's not the same. All right, mine aren't going after people in that light. It's just. Mom, enjoy the album.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah. I was going to say something, then the point left, and now I'm just thinking about, like, trucker moms. Which is definitely a porn category.
Trucker moms?
Yeah. Right? Gotta be, right? Yeah. What is it that if you can think of it, they've done it in space? No. That there's a porn of it? There's a pornographic
Have they made the space
film?
Porn yet?
I don't think that. I think there would be some. I mean, I'm sure they have, but I don't think they've produced it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's one couple that's been to space.
And they fucked.
And they didn't confirm it.
But they did, because were they there for like a year?
Have you thought about like if you come in space, does all the everything?
What's the consistency of cum in space?
Do you vomit or like?
Do you vomit your cum? What?
If you fart, do you shit? Like,
what?
Well, you just think it never stops?
Yeah.
I guess.
You just get up there and just.
It's just like, oh my God, you let anything go, it just keeps going. The thing is,
are you Googling it? Oh my God.
Because like if you're gonna fuck in space, no, you can't.
The positions are unlimited, basically.
Well, I mean they are, and also like you have to do it in like the first couple days. Because you can't shower in space.
Oh, unless you're into that.
I mean, yeah, unless you're into
looking to like have some like.
I found the answer. So if you burp in space, you throw up into your mouth.
Why?
Really?
Why?
I guess because of the zero gravity.
It pull. Oh, I don't know. We all just start
so
burping?
It just all goes. That's
horrible, and they would have to burp.
What keeps you from vomiting every time you burp is gravity.
I did not know. What the hell?
Wow. I am screaming.
Because I mean, like I know you are like your internal portion is like a bit of a vacuum kind of thing.
Yeah, it's squishing around in there.
Like,
yeah,
I didn't.
But I didn't know to that degree.
Right?
Wow. So we're so like relatively few variables away from just like having liquids floating out of us,
falling apart.
Just being like less contained sacks of water.
But it's only burping. So far, like that.
Yeah, what happens when you
like? Because I was like, yo,
you
you started this,
definitely not gonna look at astronauts the same way now.
Well, but at least like they don't. I mean, they do everything into a bag, so it's like if you just feel anything, if you feel a fart, you're just like, all right, well.
Fetch me the bag, would you? Armstrong.
And then it's like, what if you just fill a whole bag with air first? Then you gotta grab the other bag.
Oh, man. Well, this is just. All right, what do we got? Look at that.
Unfortunately, for the people that spend their working lives up in space, farting comes with its risks.
I feel like that's just true if I have too much coffee in the morning. Like, comes with risks.
Flammable gases like hydrogen and methane, and into the mix, and something catches on fire on board.
Wait, so your farts could blow up the International Space Station?
Oh, I was gonna say, I figured they figured out a way to like let the methane, just like vent it a little bit.
Oh my God!
Oh God!
So we're just a few farts away from it just coming all down.
Yeah.
This is the science behind it.
Go.
Trust me, I have an arts degree. I know things.
This is the science.
I'm a viable source of information, factual information.
Yeah, so there's no airflow either. So it's gonna, if you fart in space, it's gonna smell like that
forever.
A long time, yeah.
Wait, and so it's gross. It's like a proper like frat house.
Oh God, yeah. I can't imagine like first getting in there, just
space.
like you're walking into a wall of so many
putrid,
just waiting farts, like
floating liquids.
An airplane is bad. Imagine the space shuttle.
Wow. So they go through a lot to see the Earth tiny.
They do. I didn't know it was that much. You know,
Wow. I mean, I knew that they shrivel. Like, they come back and they're not quite the same physically.
Well, I didn't know. Fuck.
And now every time I see a photo of an astronaut, I'm gonna imagine that they're shitting themselves in that photo. Okay, everyone.
Well, because and it's the one they take the picture in too. Like they definitely they can shit and piss in that. And it's just
pull up your devices, look up a picture of an astronaut. They might be shitting. Oh my god.
There's a persistent peculiar odor on board the international.
Peculiar? Is that NASA's
one?
one?
2 days to get used to it.
Oh my god! It is. It's a frat house.
So it's just like you walk in and you're just like, oh,
that's dank.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Imagine if you could hotbox it.
It's like we can't even light an incense.
If you hotbox, wait, does that mean if you hotbox it, it would never leave? You
Stops.
would be stoned out of your mind forever. And then when you try to smoke weed on Earth, and you'd never get high again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Are you doing the? Are you putting it into?
Because we don't even have because our fucking our creative writing technology, right? the shit we write for movies and TV shows is way further ahead of like what we actually have in reality.
Right.
But like I did think we had air filters up there. Like I thought they were like doing a little bit of cycling of the oxygen.
Oh my god. No.
You know, and like possibly, they come up with a couple of fucking filters from Home Depot every couple of years, change them out.
What's the longest someone's been in space? What's the longest someone has physically endured this?
I mean, consistently?
Yeah, what is the longest run?
Yeah, I feel like 3 months.
They're probably. I want
year?
to talk to them.
Right?
I have so many questions.
Just be like, yo, over a year and a half.
A Russian guy, the second time he went to space, and from 94 to 95.
Oh, so this was just Russia, though. Like, was he on the ISS?
Was he? Amongst others, was it just his own farts he was smelling?
Right, yeah, because it's
he looks like a Mormon.
If it's your own brew, then that's one thing. But like,
that is an LDS member, if ever there was one. Although
Valery
I don't think they're in Russia.
Polyakov.
Yeah.
Polyakov.
Dude, what's his first name?
Valery.
What? Reach out. Yo.
Privyet Valery.
Is he alive? Wait, is he alive?
No, he died.
From choking on farts. Oh my god. It's gonna say the medical.
Wait, 2022?
2022.
Recently.
I know. So we couldn't talk to him. They knew we were
not
coming
with
for
that
him.
attitude.
They knew we were coming for him.
I know some lesbians who would disagree. They have like 5 different tarot cards on like hands.
Yeah, see, I don't. Well, I've never had my tarot read.
No, I haven't. I've had my horoscope explained to me many times, but I never remember because it's very complex.
Yeah. Well, I did like one podcast where like they went really into it, and I was just like, okay.
The only thing that sticks is that I'm a Cancer to society. Yeah, you're a Cancer. We've talked about this. Yeah, we were born just a few days and several years apart. I don't know how many years. I have NRC. I love seeing the airplanes.
Yeah.
Man, that guy went through a lot. Now I'm looking at even airplanes differently. I'm just thinking about this rotting cesspool that is the International Space Station.
Right? Yeah, because like that also means like you're up there for however long, not rubbing one out.
No, well, not with that attitude. Yeah, some people could.
I mean,
this is where the vagina wins in space.
I mean, yeah, as long as you're not a squirter.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like even so.
I mean, yeah.
Do they have to have like a seminar where they're like, listen, guys, I know if you don't use it, you lose it. But losing your dick is just part of this process. I think that going to space should be like what we do to the worst criminals. Like, We don't need the death penalty. We just need a space prison. That's weird that I'm like a
pro space
hippy
prison.
dippy liberal, or not even liberal, like freaking socialist, and I'm like, but space prison.
Space prisons though.
For punishment.
Why? Like, look, why are they on Earth taking up our resources? Space prisons.
That's quite the graphic there. That's a very sexual piecing like a fruit.
Space prison? Oh
so
shit!
We can't talk to him. Oh my god! Get out the Ouija board, guys. Oh.
Psychological support service sent us some nice, quote unquote, colorful movies, which help us our will to act like a normal adult male. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
A normal adult male.
His superiors encouraged him to pack an inflatable sex doll for his record-breaking 14 months.
Oh wait!
At least that's catching the load.
Not ew. But then I'm just imagining a doll full. Oh, for years.
You can't really wash it out.
No. Oh, you would have only a certain number. You'd have to ration it. Eventually, she'd reach capacity. Oh my god! This is too much knowledge.
So apparently he didn't end up doing it because he thought he was going to fall in love.
I thought he was a normal man.
Fall out of love with his wife.
He thought he was gonna fall in love with the doll.
Yeah, and fall in love.
But
wow.
I mean, that shows how fucking feeble our brains can be. Like it's just like we can fall in love. We can fall in love.
I just like that he's like, I know I'm gonna fall in love with this.
He's like,
doll.
I can't. All right, I can't do that.
Wow. Not only was he, you can't. Not only was he allowed to, but they actively encouraged it.
Oh my god.
The czar signed off.
I mean, just like him coming back
Oh
and be like, Anastasia, I have bad news.
Oh my god. I don't remember the specific number, like period of time it was, but the first time, I don't know if it was the first time, but a female astronaut was going to space, and they were like, they gave her, it was like something like 300 tampons.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember the actual numbers.
And she was going to space for like a month.
It was like, yeah, I don't even know a month. Like, she might not even get her period. And they gave her so many tampons, and I'm like, wow, if they ran out of food, they could eat those. Like, and then each other. But you start with the tampons, and as everyone knows, standard survival cannibalism.
Yeah. Oh god.
Keep that for yourself and eat the other person first.
Yeah, no, you're right. You don't have to swim faster than the shark, just the person you're with. As they would say in I don't know, dad conferences.
Yeah. I feel like.
Have you seen so many people like to send me the thing, and it's like, the dad, I'm gay. Hi, gay, I'm dad. So many people have sent that to me unsolicited, and I'm like, funny joke. It's not funny. One time someone sent me one, and it was like, why did the trans prospector like go to the hills or whatever? There's gold in them there hills. Like that was and I was like, and they were so, and I was like, whoa, it's kind of a mind fuck right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Them there hills.
It's like, oh yeah, I guess they did used to say that.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying so hard not to think about the space doll. It's definitely gonna pop into my head at like 3 a.m.
Hopefully it didn't pop in space.
Oh! Can you imagine Houston? We have a problem. I guess it wouldn't be Houston. They'd be like, how did you get this number?
All your instruments are going haywire.
Oh my god. The cum is in the mainframe. Oh my god. I can't. I should have brought my fan. I can't even. I wouldn't have to.
Really? You just use your hands?
Well, yeah.
If you're there for a year, I feel like that's got to be pretty hard.
Well, you could, I would, before I went to a doll, I don't have anything to,
No,
like, you want me to top a doll for a year? Well, toys, yeah. Like a vibrator, yeah. That's all you need.
I was willing to watch you hang for a sec. Oh god. Oh my god.
My mom
No, I wouldn't bring a full doll. Like it would just be like a fleshlight.
Just a fleshlight. Now that has limited capacity.
A flashlight
with a bag on the end.
What I was gonna say, I bring a flashlight with like a fucking canister of Lysol. Because like at least the flashlight, like you turn it inside out, like fucking wipe it off. Like there's no running water in space. Well, there's no running water in space, so you take it out and you fucking turn it inside out. Like
that's how women clean their vaginas. They just
you pop it off.
We're all going to hell for this conversation, according to a lot of the population. Oh my god!
I mean, I'll be down to go. My gasoline draws on. It's okay.
All my friends will be there. You'll never need to buy another Bic lighter in your life.
Oh my god, that is so true. Yeah.
Fire everywhere. Okay, like it's just gonna be a gay stoner party.
Watch though, you get down there and it's like, yeah, welcome to hell. There's fire everywhere, all the weed except it's only CBD. You're like,
oh my god.
You're like, God.
I would do unhealthy amounts of CBD, that's for sure. Yeah. Like I would have to overcompensate.
It's like
because there's always a tiny bit of THC in CBD. You can't. It's very hard to completely really extract it. Yeah. So if you do enough CBD, theoretically, even though it's usually 0.1 or 0.01 or something, so that would be a lot of. Do the math.
It's a lot.
Canada, because I can't.
Tell us what it is.
Like physically, like I can't. Oh boy.
It's a lot.
Why do I turn it? Sometimes I turn. I'm like, oh gosh, oh darn, and I'm like, oh my god, what tiny like. It's so hard to come from where I come from and to have street cred. So whatever I have is just because I'm gay, and so I'm like, I'm gay. I'm cool because I'm gay. I'm gay, so I'm cool, and I don't have to.
Yeah.
I did punch a kid once.
Oh
for
shit!
Calling me a lesbian.
Oh well, he was inaccurate.
I almost feel bad.
Oh, good.
But I don't know.
So yeah, have you ever been in a fight?
Yes, yeah. I was not usually the aggressor. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Archer's like, you should write comedy about some of the crazy things that happened to you, like through bullying. And I was like, like, you're right. Oh my god. Let's get into it. But I mean, I think it was pretty extreme. So I'm sure you could make humor about it.
Yeah.
Make funny about it. Like, I know what they mean.
I mean, it's tragedy plus time, that's what they say.
That's what they say. I'm just too young. I'm just a young boy. No. No, I've been in some scrapes.
Scrappy dudes.
This weird thing happened where, like, when I was, like, prepubescent, I was bullied, like boys would bully me the way they bullied other boys. And then around puberty, they started being like, I don't think I can punch you anymore. I don't know what you are, but I don't think I can punch you. I'm not supposed to. And so then it was psychological.
Yeah.
But I'm a tough broad. Like, I've told you this many times before, but sometimes people are like, what's it like being trans with some of like the comedy people? And I'm like, I was bullied by rednecks. Like, there's nothing a boy from the GTA can say or do that's gonna faze me. So really, it's a blessing.
Yeah, fair enough.
There you go. That's sometimes when I get high, I turn into a priest, and I think it's because my dad's a priest. But I just start to like deliver. I'm more charismatic than he is, though.
Yeah.
Not that he's not. Well, that in religion, that means something kind of different. It means more like your style.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah, I figured it out because like I've never actually been in like.
Yeah, I haven't been like in a fight you'd see in a movie.
Outside of like sports.
Right. Well, that's
like I've been in sports brawls, but never like actually a fight.
It wasn't like brawls. Like, I don't know how to, but yeah. They were scared of me. That's what it was. I was very intimidating. Imagine this, but even smaller. They were running for the hills. Just ripping it, bud. I actually love where I don't know. Like, it's like, I feel affectionate,
I mean, well, it's nice when you get to leave the shithole because you look at it with rose-colored glasses and be like, oh, that was shitty, but boy,
well, and even
was it
in the
fun.
moment, I like enjoyed growing up rural and I enjoyed growing up in a small town, and I obviously there there were not everyone enjoyed me growing up there, but I don't know. Relatively.
Yeah. Because I was also a small town, but Napanee sounds a lot smaller. Like,
I'll take you one day. We'll friggin' pub hop. It'll not take very long.
Well, yeah. Like, how many bars are there?
Well, I don't know because I haven't lived there in like 7 or 8 years.
Okay, but when you left,
like 3. 2 or 3
that aren't like actually just a restaurant.
But they are all restaurants. I don't know how many like just straight up bars. You go to Kingston and there's straight up bars. There are restaurants where like it's being used as a bar and it's not like a family dining place. Like it's like the boys are there and they got their hockey sticks for no reason and they're watching the fucking game and they're gripping and ripping and they're throwing darts and breaking hearts and
Oh God.
Drinking Bud Light because they're gay and trans, all of them. Yeah.
So that's exactly what that means now.
It is. It is. Me she doth protest it too much. Whenever they have like a huge reaction about that, I'm like, you're gay. You're a little bit gay.
Way gayer than you want to admit.
I that's coming from someone who's impossibly gay. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend in China. And he was one of the smartest guys I've ever met. Gay dude from Louisiana / like Kentucky kind of.
Living in China. So a gay Louisianan living in China. I love this man.
Yeah. Actor.
Cool.
Spoke like 4 languages.
Wow.
Yeah.
I barely speak one.
Well, because like he's still acting he's acting in Taiwan now.
Good for him. They have huge movie industries.
Yeah, he acts in Chinese. Like he speaks fluent Mandarin.
Money.
Yeah, he's the white guy in all their shit now.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like, good for him. Fucking. But like, there was one time we were hanging out. And, like, we were at some I think we might have been at like a gay club.
Nice.
And like somebody was like coming up to him asking him something, or like they were like surprised that like he was gay, and he's like, "Babe, I'm gayer than a handbag full of rainbows."
Oh,
and I was like, "That's my favorite expression."
I like that would be how you like what the ratio would be. That would be the scale. How many rainbows in your handbag? That's properly mystical.
It's like it's bursting.
Simply bursting with rainbows. Catch the rainbow, taste the rainbow. Oh my God. You don't get one.
Yeah.
It's not a part of the agenda. Sorry. Reapply next year.
Yeah. It's like I'm so straight. I only shower with concrete. It's like, what?
I am so straight. I shower with my clothes on.
So straight. My father and I are okay with us never saying I love you.
Oh, you know. But God does. This we know. Why am I slurring? That's the wrong substance. I mean, no substance. What? Canada? I'm a good boy. No. One time, I'm just thinking about the handbags full of rainbows. When I worked at the Napanee Dairy Queen, this like kind of trucker dude, I messed up he was upset because I messed up his milkshake. His ice cream wasn't perfect. I messed up his ice cream. And he called me a fag with a hard ought. And I didn't even look at him. I was just fixing his order, and I was like, yes, bitch, yes. And then he just looked so spooked. Like, he didn't say a word. Like he just took his ice cream and walked out in silence.
Yep.
Rethinking everything. Oh, my Lord. I wonder where he is right now. I wonder what part of the 401 he's at right now. But I wonder which Canadian Dairy Queen he's currently, I almost said residing at.
It's short-term living. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, that was like that was too much. Too much.
Oh God.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the last time, I'm trying to think like the last time somebody said anything like that to me. Well, there was one time, like the last time anybody just like out of nowhere like said the N-word to me. Was it was actually when I was in Prague.
Was it appropriate for them to do so?
No, he was very, very old and European.
Oh, so it was like as inappropriate as it could possibly be, really.
But it was one of those things. Like I was working that day, and like I'm coming back,
just living your life.
Like I'm heading back towards the office because like I was doing street sales, and so like I was like coming back, and I like turn a corner, and like we see each other, and he's just like. Nigger. And I was just like, God. And I'm like, what? You're like, I was just like stunned. Like I wasn't. Like I was too stunned to be mad. I was like, what the fuck? What? You were shook. And then like and like he stumbles to the left, and I'm like, oh okay, you're fucking plastered. And so I just step jab at him.
He probably didn't know he said it out loud. He probably thought it in his head, but then said it. Yeah. Dumbass.
But, like, I step jab at him, and like he gets scared, and then like there's a fucking parked little like motorbike to the left of him, and he just trips over that, and I'm like, yeah, that works. Just walk away.
The universe punished him for you.
Like, fuck that shit. Was it malicious, or was he like, oh?
He was just identifying, just practicing his English. So dark. No.
I was just saying, I've seen the like that one. I mean, yeah, but like that's definitely different. His was more like
I was gonna say, I don't know if you can do that in a non-malicious way. Like even like maybe not consciously malicious, but yeah, I know what you mean. I think you're racist. That's what I think. No.
Oh, good.
One time we were walking. It happens a lot in Toronto. It's really common. Really? But like the F slur, yeah.
Still,
it's weird. Yeah. It's weird. And even, some of the home brewed or whatever.
Yeah.
But one time I was walking. It was my favorite thing that's ever happened. I was walking with my partner on a street somewhere like near Front Street, like downtown. And I just started singing different songs that have downtown in it and forget my point. I did though. Oh yeah, this guy, he was like, white bitch faggots. And we were holding hands. Sorry, fag with hard odd. Sorry, Canada. And my sister-in-law was with us, and she was like, who are they? Who is he saying that to? Like, oh my God, we're like, us? Like, hello, it's nice to meet you. My name is white bitch faggot. Like, it is I who you seek. I love it.
Oh my God.
So blissfully unaware.
It is funny to see that kind of like, realization. Just like, shit, this actually happens. Like, yeah, it does. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like it's like I like to think better of Toronto, but yeah,
I love Toronto. I do. It's grown on me.
It's grown
on me. It's taken 7 to 8 years, but I love Toronto. Like it. I like Toronto.
My favorite thing that's been said about the city recently is one of my friends. She went to New York for a little bit. And like it was like her first time being able to like leave Toronto in a while. And she went to New York for like a week, and she came back and she was like, now I remember why I thought Toronto wasn't that great. She's like, it's good, but not a real city. And I'm like, that's what I remember when I was like when I first got here. I'm like, I had so many gripes with this city. Like your subway shuts down at 2. You stop serving. Like you can't buy booze after 2. All your bars close at 2.
You can't do anything after 2 p.m.
You can't do anything after 2. Like what the fuck is that? And it's like, you mean to tell me the bar closes at the same time? I should have already been on the subway, so now I got to take a taxi.
Run for at least 2 hours after the bars. That's just what makes sense.
Right? That's just a rational fucking city. And then the government just sells all the booze. Fuck off. And like I can't get booze at a corner store.
They sell all the weed.
I mean, at least there's illegal. But like I can't get booze at a corner store. Like, come on.
Not with that attitude. You haven't asked nicely enough.
Oh my God. Because like at least when the government says, like you can't buy booze after X hour, but if your local corner store sells booze
and you're just feeling naughty,
like they'll just be like, all right, yeah, just
Yeah. I feel like most corner stores have some kind of moonshine operation going on. It's got to be. I don't think that. I'm just saying that. That's not a literal thought.
I have not heard that from partiers in town.
No, that would be a known thing. No, I don't.
Would have heard about it.
I'm just being silly.
A lot of them probably used to sell weed and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, a fair few, like the neighborhood ones, probably.
Yeah. Well, dispensaries, people were like, there are so many dispensaries now. And I was like, yo, there used to be way more, but they just were not advertising to you. They're trying to be as low-key as possible.
You just didn't know.
They weren't like, I don't know, weed spirit time, the dispensary around the corner. Yeah.
Oh, my God, weed spirit time.
I've told you, and you were sufficiently horrified that legally, like, well, not everyone does this, but what you're supposed to do if the weed expires, the like government issued expiry date, you have to destroy the weed. You have to destroy it, and they don't tell you specifics. They just say you have to destroy it on camera, and that's like so dramatic. I'm like, do you play classical music and like put some like plastic wrap around?
Because
like
what constitutes destroyed?
Well. You're not allowed to, but you know what they do specify? You're not allowed to light it on fire. You're not allowed to destroy it with fire. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's just mean. You destroy it.
It's like, if I shred it, is it destroyed?
Into a jar, you know?
It's like, oh, it's gone now.
There's lots of illegal shenanigans that happens and whatever. My manager, what he did is he covered it in cat litter and stirred it around. Just the idea. And I was like, wow, that's specific. I don't know. I'm like, that's wild. But yeah, no one could ever use that. That's, yeah.
It's the saddest thing.
It's upsetting.
Like, it's unnecessary. Because it's not like a dairy product where, like, once it's gone bad, it's actually going to hurt you. Like,
it's just not going to be maybe as good.
Yeah, it's just like, oh no.
Their whole concern is mold. And I'm like, well, you can see that.
Yeah. It's like, if it's moldy, yeah, I can definitely see the mold on it.
If it's weed that bad.
Mold and money. That's what keeps the money.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, because you can't keep it for too long.
No, of course it's for capitalistic reasons. It's not. They're not worried about.
Well, because they don't want you just giving it away, just being like, oh.
They're not like, this is a waste. No.
I mean, they don't even do that with food, so yeah.
No, they don't. They're just throwing away entire cooked chickens. That's specific as well.
It is, but it's true.
But it's also true.
Like,
you know.
Is, yeah.
I have a question. Am I allowed to go to the bathroom? Okay. No, I'm kidding. That was so juvenile. I don't know where it is.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if I looked around enough, I would have found. Oh, I see it.
Word. Fuck. All right, well, I'm going to take this moment to grab some more water. Oh. Going good so far.
The TV got shipped.
Oh, nice.
And they just took 380 at my account. It was 445.
So wait, they just took what?
Yeah, haven't you noticed that Amazon will take like a certain amount out of your account and then take more later?
No. Because I typically just pay back. I just give money to the other person.
So bleeding.
Yeah.
There was this freaking dog hair right here. Like right. So you're just going to have to live with that. Graceful as ever. There's definitely going to be audio that you're going to have to turn the volume down on because I cackle like a witch. Yes. All queer people are also witches. That's known.
Facts.
But we aren't. You know. Yeah.
Oh, where were we? What were we talking about? I don't remember.
It's going to be so many things. I just keep thinking about the astronaut thing.
Yeah, the astronaut thing and the slurs are the last two.
Oh, the slurs.
Oh yeah, the slurs. There was somebody in the scene who called me. They didn't call me. They called me gay.
Oh my god, how rude.
Yeah, they're just like
you're
gay. Actually, no, they were like. Yeah, you're just like, yeah, you're fucking gay. Like, I think they might have actually used the fag, but like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I was just not paying attention. Like,
and that made you gay.
I was in the middle of kicking them out of like a place.
Oh, they were like, you're gay, man.
No, this wasn't at the lab. This was back when I was still doing shows at Tonight.
I can see that happening.
Why, like, you want me to name drop just for the sake of name dropping?
I'm just curious.
Well.
I mean,
you heard the Coke guy story.
Yeah, I was going to say this person's been known to rock a machete from time to time. So
that should narrow it down. How many? Oh my god! I thought you were handing it to me, and I was like, "We're not psychically connected. I don't fucking know what it is."
Fucking.
We're father and son, but that's it. No psychic.
I don't even know how to spell the name actually.
I'm okay. I wasn't curious, and now I'm curious.
I don't know if you've ever met them.
It looks familiar.
Okay, yeah, I think
you would have seen them. Yeah.
Draw a picture.
Like you would have seen them. You can pull them up on on the shit.
This is so mysterious.
But no, they showed up. They showed up at a show that I was hosting.
And they called you gay.
Not even I was hosting. It was like an Allie Banks show.
Oh, you were just doing a set?
Yeah, I was just there chilling out.
So rude.
And like he shows up, like trying to get on the show, like because he was coming from a show around the corner.
Right.
They were like, "Nah, fuck off." And then like
like you were just like the lineup's too full.
Well, no, it's like I don't like him. And then
fair.
And then like Allie was talking to him outside.
Right.
And he said some shit that fucking made her cry.
Oh, and she's a tough motherfucker too.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh yeah, no, now it's definitely time for you to go.
Bye-bye.
And so like I got out there and I was just like, yeah, no, leave. Like I just like, yeah, I don't care what the fuck you say, leave.
Into the night.
And then like, yeah, he like got into like the whole like calling me gay shit. And I'm like, what, you want to make out?
I know.
Then leave.
You're like, well, sexuality is a moving target and no one's 100% anything. Oh my God. Those are always the guys that are having secret gym sex.
I'm pretty sure he and his roommate fuck all the time.
If you think more about
they're
gay
definitely
sex than
they're people having meth sex. Like they're definitely the people having meth sex.
I've heard nothing but great things. I've never partaken in sex. No.
It's gotta be like a blood pressure thing.
Well, yeah, you just the pace and the stamina.
Yeah, you just keep going. But like that's the thing, like
full circle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Meth sex in space.
God. In space.
All right, have they done meth in space? Now we need the Russian guy, maybe.
I was gonna say we said like the Russians have sent people, so there's
like
no
meth?
telling. Oh yeah.
Do they just like all of them?
I mean, like, well, like,
are they pulling in America where they like all of them?
I mean, yeah, like, well, like
or is it like heroin?
Well, I was saying like specifically the Russian government likes meth. Like they will fucking give it to. Oh, I'm gonna die for this one. They fucking give it to like they would give it to like soldiers and shit
to like enhance them.
Yeah, well, it's just like, oh, you don't have food or anything. And, like if you find yourself trapped in a shitty situation, like they'd like give people like tablets. I mean, historically, I don't know if they still do that now. Don't come after me, right? Like
wait,
I'm not trying to fucking die for your shit.
So the U.S. they banned it and nobody managed to sneak any out.
Meth.
The Russians, no, not meth. The Russians, they would hide it in their suits.
Oh my God.
And then they would have books and then cut out the pages and then put a bottle in there.
Of course.
Of course.
It's so genius.
So they were going up there with hidden booze and sex dolls?
Well, because it's like, the Americans were very particular about, like, because, like, you need to know the weight of everything going up. And it's like, how do you, like, it's one of those things, it's like, as the scientist who's doing the fact checking, like, they're doing the weight measurements of everything. And it's like, oh, this book weighs twice what the other book weighs?
Like there's a lot of knowledge in that book.
Yeah, it's a really dense book. Yeah, like they used a heavier ink for this book.
Oh my God. The pages are made out of lithium.
Yeah, right.
Is lithium? No, that's famously lightweight, right?
Like lead.
I know things. Lead, yes, that would be heavy. That's surreal. So, but also unsurprising.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're still. Russia's in space right now, right? They just. I feel like they just launched.
Well, like they said they're pulling out of the ISS and they're gonna build their own with fucking blackjack and hookers. So.
It's It's going to be a different energy. It's going to be the party shuttle.
Oh, yeah.
Spacecraft. But it's also going to probably... When you would go party with a bunch of space Russians? Yeah. It would depend it would have to be very specific Russians. It would have to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say the amount of shit you got to go through like to get there. Oh no. No, I'm talking about them going.
Do they let homophobic people in space? Is that part of the?
I feel like it's a requirement on their end.
Yeah. You have to,
homophobia is law.
You have to be
I'm pretty sure they they actually made a fucking law where it's like almost illegal for women to not have kids now. Like that shit's fucking nuts in Russia. Like, well, because it's like. It's basically
that's brutal.
I forget what exactly the law is, but it's like it penalizes women and like basically makes it illegal for like women to get their tubes tied before having kids. And
that's insanity.
There's like some penalty for like not being in a family with the kids or whatever, like by a certain.
But men are fine, right?
Of course.
Men can just cut their dicks off if they want to.
Yeah. Totally.
Good Lord.
I'm
I'm sure, your old dick.
Just as long, but like you can't be gay, and like there are tons of kids that need to be adopted in Russia, but they can't be gay. They can't go to gay families.
Well, and it's illegal to tell young people about gay people. Like they're not allowed to be like gay people are this and this is what they do. Like it's illegal to.
Yeah, it's like Florida as a country, but worse.
No, it is. Yeah, but with a even more fractured democracy. Like not even trying to pretend to be a democracy.
Well, I mean, yeah, right now
they are kind of always trying to, but they know no one could possibly be buying it.
I mean, the thing is like especially like Florida, for example, is definitely on its way. Like the next election is literally the vote between democracy and fascism for Florida.
Well,
Ron DeSantis is already talking about no dissent from anybody.
Yeah.
Like he's talking about the government is above everyone. Like he's trying to fucking take down Disney. Like what the fuck kind of move is that?
Disney runs that country. He's trying to weaponize Disney. Yeah.
No, he's not trying to tax them a little more. He took over their board.
Yeah.
He took over the Disney board.
Making.
Like he took over the Disney board. Like
money
he made,
and power.
He made some fucking laws because like there were some laws with like the way Disney had been granted some kind of like things,
immunity,
kind of, and like
my understanding of it was that they gave Disney tax breaks. The government of Florida.
Well, that's probably true as well.
No, he's going after them because after he said don't say gay, Disney was like we're gonna say gay as much as we want.
And he's like, well, now I own Disney.
And so because Disney's defying the government, they're trying to change the way Disney does business. Not by taxing them more, by taking over their fucking board. Disney, right before DeSantis's people took over Disney's board, Disney had like their own internal coup and took all the power away from the board. Like this is real shit.
It hasn't been made law yet, but Florida has moved a law along that would make it legal to remove trans kids from affirming parents.
Yep.
It would be like a child abuse law.
Like it's like what the fuck?
And they moved that on, and I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the don't say gay thing being extended to grade 12. Like all these. I'm sorry, but gay 17-year-olds, like
they know,
and you can't stop them. Like it's just
like what are you gonna do? Throw them in jail? Fuck off, Ron.
Teenagers be fucking. It doesn't matter who. Like you can't stop it. Yeah.
And it's just like like there was no supporting this man.
No.
Like
it didn't matter. It don't matter.
No.
Because it's not a democracy, Florida.
No. Like it's
like,
not one iota. Like for a state where like Florida's a state where like they had their right for convicted felons to be able to vote. That went up for a vote a couple years ago. Right? And they vote like though the people of the state overwhelmingly support it. The Republican government said no, because most offenders in Florida are black people.
Oh, shit.
So stop almost half of like portions of the black population in Florida from voting.
Yeah.
That lets fucking Ron DeSanctimonious keep rolling around.
Yeah. Well, it's a very small amount of people whose vote matter in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like
no, but they keep like it's I was gonna say they keep heightened. Making it worse, and it's one of those things where it's like this is happening everywhere in America, and it's like
trans people are being like specifically targeted. I mean, lots of minorities are being specifically targeted, but it's crazy the like campaign against trans people right now in the States.
Yeah,
and it's like so legislative, like they're litigating
all
trans
over
lives. The difference like between this and other times of acute persecution of queer people, obviously like it's ongoing, but acute is that these young trans people are empowered and they know they're trans and they identify as trans and they're able to do like, and they're not taking this lying down, like they're protesting and they're doing all these things that was happening on a much more underground scale before. Like it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't like, yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't.
These kids ain't fucking around. Like
can't put
they
Pandora
have
back
access
in
to the
box.
internet. They know more than any governor or whoever, and they're so.
Yeah,
it's not that they're not going to continue to do these horrible things, but it's just like I'm notorious for on my Instagram. It'll be like the most devastating thing that's happening to trans people in the States, and then the stupidest meme. Like it's like a like whip. That was taking that out of context.
Legitimate whiplash.
It's whiplash. It's really brutal. Oh my god. It was that thing about taking trans kids away from affirming parents, and then a tortoise wearing jeans. Just boop, boop, boop. That's like unsafe. That is reckless memeing.
You gotta bring some dopamine back in their life.
You know, I'm supposed to be a comedian.
Yeah, no, it's fucked. Like everything that's going on, like that's why like people ask me like if I would go back to live in the States long term, and
you're
I'm like,
why?
Yeah,
give me one incentive.
Not unless I'm making millions, and like that's one of those things. It's like even if I don't want to spend most of my time there, like there's way better places.
Have a house there, maybe if you were if you could afford to just have houses in different places.
I mean, yeah, shit. If I had a house there, that'd be great, and like I'd rent it out most of the time. Like fuck it, I don't need to.
When you feel like hanging out there. When you want to visit family and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, because like I don't. There's nothing that would hold me there. I don't love it like that.
No.
I love my passport. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Like there's little else to really take pride in.
And your entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Right. I mean, yeah. I guess I got my entrepreneurial spirit from being like growing up in America, but fuck off.
But also you find that everywhere.
Yeah. It's not like people don't build companies anywhere else in the world.
Just likes to claim it.
Yeah. We're just like we build things like nobody else. We build them to kill you.
Canadians have no reason to think they're going to become famous and like fabulously wealthy, but they still try.
Well, yeah, no, Canadians, you got to leave to become famous. That's the thing. It's like we
on a certain scale.
America is just like this gilded thing. It's like we hold up fame and fortune, and like that's the thing that people are like, oh yeah, that's America, and it's like no, it's rednecks talking about how they hate people. That's America.
Portion of America. Yeah.
It's like the majority of America
are struggling horribly financially right now, first of all.
Yeah.
It's, you think it's bad here. Buckle up.
200,000 jobs were just...
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. Everybody's getting fired. Yeah. Like, shit's about to get bad.
Especially, the tech sector. I've been looking at the numbers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands.
It's dystopian.
Yeah.
The fat is being cut.
I mean, it's like I got let go from a job I was working where I was the only native English writer, and they still let me go.
Wow.
I'm just like, all right, good luck with ChatGPT.
This is where more alternative industries might do okay. It'll be ones that are absolutely essential, like plumbing and funeral, like being more like morticians and doctors. Like they'll still have work. But some more alternative ones that don't depend on mainstream economy might do. I don't know. We'll see.
Have you ever had to have either of you ever had to put somebody in the ground or and bomb somebody?
Like murder them?
No.
I'm not going to talk about that on camera, whether or not I've murdered someone.
I mean, actually handle all the affairs.
Of what?
Sorry. Well, no, I've never had to. I've never had
to.
I've been to funerals, but I've never had to handle the affairs.
Funeral home thing is such a scam.
Oh, careful! My partner is a funeral home director.
They do charge you they make you bomb somebody if you want.
That's actually not true.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of it, like, has been, and in the States more, and other places. Well, and like, for example, in Canada, it's illegal to upsell people in that industry. You can't be like,
in America, definitely not.
Exactly. In the States, there's lots of corruption in that industry, and there's some crazy shit that goes on. And I'm saying, like, scandals don't happen in the Canadian industry. Scandals be happening in every industry. But no, it's actually very tightly regulated in Canada. That's fair. And there's individuals, and there are like for-profit like funeral homes where they're like, but there are options, and like, so like, I'm not saying sketchy stuff doesn't go down, because obviously, especially in the business parts of things. Yeah. But technically, but especially smaller funeral homes, like, they're usually just chilling a little bit. Yeah. Word. Calling you out. You big factory of a funeral home. I'm not actually. Don't put that in there. If you put that in there, you have to beep when I say their name.
Fuck you.
But with something ridiculous, with like, like something silly. That's too loud. When I had that gig at the,
fighting through the thing.
At that nursing home, I got them all to yell "yeehaw" at one point. It was great. A country western duo went up first, and I was like, let's give them all yeehaw. Can we do that unnamed funeral home? And they were like, and I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and they did it, and I was so proud. I don't know. These are the like big professional moments.
Yeah, the things you'll remember.
That keep you going. That keep you motivated. Oh my God. No, I've never had to take care of the affairs of someone who has died. I'm sure. And I am not probably my older sister's a lawyer. My brother's I don't think they're gonna
well, yeah, this is
like, which person should be in charge of this? The comedian named Mickey Dykeman. That's who should
that's
be taking
definitely the
over.
one. Well, it's like, I feel like in my family, even like,
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell me to stop.
We're at 8:20. Should we do another episode after this? I kind of want to.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like, do you want
stuff and like for future?
Yeah, so we'll just do another episode real fast.
Okay,
yeah. Understood.
Yeah, where was I? What were we talking about?
Putting people on the ground. We were talking about.
Oh yeah, so like if I was like with my family, there's no way that I don't know, because like, because both of my parents are still kicking, so like obviously they're gonna handle it like if it's one of them. Yeah, big 6-0, whatever.
Good show.
And then like if because like if it's the last one of them.
Are you the oldest?
I am.
So legally, they would. If they haven't chosen someone, they would be like, "Hello."
Yeah. It is like, but the thing
Mr.
is,
Lamar?
like I'd rock up, but like my sister's also been there, so it's just like, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. No, like I know what I want for my funeral though. Like, oh yeah, I want mine to be a party. Like,
I like that.
Yeah. Right.
All right, here we go. I'm going to write it down and give it all to my partner, and we're going to make this. I don't know why I thought I should mime it.
Just like writing it. Yeah. Well, like the way I want mine to go down is like, I want to do. I'm gonna get cremated first off. Like I don't necessarily want to get buried. Don't care.
Yeah, I want someone to.
Yeah, right. Like, take me to a cliff by Smotion. Fuck yeah.
Disappear, puff of smoke, but I'm the smoke.
Yeah, maybe somebody fucking how highs me and puts me in a plant, cool. Just to see. But like, yeah, so cremated, and then like the whole wake is like people just sharing stories, and like, I mean, it's not like there won't really be like a real funeral ceremony. It'll be like, it'll all be like one kind of thing where it's like people got to share stories.
Will there be comics there?
Yeah, it'll definitely.
Will they be allowed to do material? Do you think they would dare?
I mean, it's like,
could they do a roast of you?
I was gonna say, like, if you got roast jokes, that like aren't gonna bring the room down, fucking do them. Like,
they just have to be punch up.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it'd be like the fucking what's his name? Ron Funch's like opposite roast show. Like he has like it's a compliment show. Like it'd be nice to be that. But like, and then like I want, like a fucking DJ actual party. I would love for like little baggies of like, like some party favors, like a couple joints, maybe a couple mollies, depending. Like
I have a uterus. I'm gonna outlive both of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, facts. So But yeah, that's the way I want that to play out.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I want to be in Canada. You have like business people be business people, but in Canada you have a lot of rights in particular with what you do with the body. Like people think you have to immediately call someone to come. No, you're allowed to just like keep that body if you didn't murder it. And like, well, in a lot of cultures, you do hold on to the corpse for a lot longer, and the family is actually the people who like take care of it, and it never goes to an institution, and that's just like the culture. But North Americans are afraid of death because they're Anglo-Saxon. I don't know. Yeah. Hell is real, and it's happening.
We've just it's like we've always separated it so hard.
Yeah, and we're like spooked by it a lot. But in a lot of cultures, like we're a lot less freaked out by dead body. For example, you can keep your bones if you want. You can keep any of it. Yeah, you can get and so like, am I gonna keep my partner's skull? Yeah. Am I gonna put candy in it? Maybe. You know, can you be turned into things? Sure. Can you be turned into a record player? Your ashes? Yes, and it will play a noise. It won't necessarily be music. That depends on your personal preference. But
wow,
the possibilities are actually like water cremation is also picking up in Canada, which is very exciting. It's better for the environment. It's cremation but without fire, so it's called aquamation. They put you in this big drum thing. Don't quote me on the science, Canada. Like, my partner could explain this a lot better. But essentially, like, it's a super hot water, right? And they somehow it vibrates. I don't know. But basically, the end result is it's like cremains, which is cremated remains. But you get more of it. And it's slightly different. It's kind of fluffier. It's nicer. And it's better for the environment because you're not burning anything.
So it's not...
It's like a different, it's like cremains, but it's a different texture. You have more of it. And the bones, like in cremation, like your bones don't burn. Like that's not a thing. Maybe a little bit, but not completely. Not and in aquamation, you get the whole bone. And it's nice and clean. Again, don't quote me on the specifics.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's new. It's still considered experimental in most countries.
Like I knew you could be put into a tree.
You can do a lot of things. You can just be laid in the forest if that's what you want.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
You just have to tell people that you were laid in the forest so they don't find you and are like,
oh God,
what happened to you? Like if you want to be,
but you're allowed to just like lay out. Like you don't even have to be in a hole.
I didn't know that was allowed.
You can just be strum out. You know, I had an
ex-girlfriend
who was like, I had an ex-girlfriend who was like, I want to be eaten by the wildlife. Like I just want to. And they're like, and I'm going to want you to carry me there. And then they laid down on the floor and were like, let's see if you can lift me. And I was like, I couldn't. Plot twist. It would have been not like this dramatic. Been dragging. Could I have dragged her into the forest? Absolutely. Could I have like
very
romantically carried
scene.
someone into the? No. Yeah. Anyway, so now you know that about me.
I mean, it's like, did you imagine being dragged like a murder victim into the woods? Because that's what I can do for you.
Some people might be into that. You know. What kind of funeral do I want? I don't know. But do I want my bones to be involved somehow in like a theatrical way? Sure, maybe. Why not? Who knows? Like
so use your bones to play a xylophone or something?
Launch them at people like with a potato gun. No, wait, that's violent.
Yeah, that would
just launch them somewhere with a potato gun.
So like,
not at people.
Imagine catching a shin bone to the face.
These aren't real things I necessarily want. I honestly, what I'm gonna say is like to my family is like whatever is most affordable and convenient for you, do it.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving a party fund.
Well, I'm sure they'll do a party. If I picked my loved ones, my chosen family well enough.
Fucking, I'll have Fred again play my funeral, you know, just...
Celebrations in the street.
I can get over how creepy it is. I think I'd keep my dad's bones.
Cool.
Like, just hang them on, like, a clothes hanger and put them in a closet. Like the coat closet, so anytime anybody comes in, they open it like, oh! That's
like Bones Poli's joke.
Be like, so are you hiding anything, Musa? Are there any skeletons in your closet? Be like, well, now that you mention it.
You go for the bit. You commit to the bit at the very end. Like you are a skeleton in a closet. And you just go for it. Yeah. Coming to theaters near you. It'll be very exhibitionist. No, it won't. I want to be my remains to be turned into rolling paper, and I want to be smoked by my loved ones.
Why not just put the ashes in?
Because it's not gonna be fun. It's gotta be fun. Like they gotta be able to smoke weed with me. Like I'm not gonna ruin their day.
That's why I would go the how high route.
I want to be the receptacle.
Put me into the plant,
Okay, yeah, you want to be sprinkled in there.
You know what's better? Put
shatter
into a tree.
Okay.
Make the tree into booklets of rolling papers and give them out.
There you go. And that's better. That's more sustainable.
That is more sustainable.
Do you plant trees after you cut down that tree? Are we eco-friendly? All right. Fuck the earth. I'm not there anymore. Burn, motherfuckers. Like, just burn. Yeah.
Oh, God. I mean, like, I have seen you could also, like, get turned into a diamond, too.
So funny that.
Oh, my God.
You can get turned into a lot of things. Jewelry. Yeah. Bling. I want to be someone's golden tooth or their grill.
Yeah, all right.
Imagine having, like, a whole chain of just
done.
Dead body diamonds.
Damn.
Be like, wow. Be like, yo, why are you rocking diamonds?
Which rapper would do that?
You believe in blood diamonds? Be like, actually, these are more like Merc diamonds.
These are my loved ones. These are my most trusted few. Or are they the enemies? God. And it's like a look how hard I am. I'm wearing my victims.
Oh God! Like if Killmonger had worn a chain of his enemies instead of all the scarification.
Yeah, that would be way harder for sure. That would be way hard. As
so
they
many
say
hearts. So
in
many
the
hearts.
Culture zeitgeist. Hurry now. Good new, oh not so bad.
All right. Yeah, call this one.
All right. And scene. I'm back to being a Christian woman.